I already know, but if you can say and spell your first and last name for me, tell me who you're with.
Yeah, I'm Josh Brown, JOSHBROWN.
And you're with Rice Church, I think is what it's called down in Rocky Mount.
With Rice Church in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Yes.
So, Josh, I'm looking at your video that you have here, and I'm sending it to our meteorologist to look at. I mean, that looks scary. I mean, just even from from where I'm sitting, and you had to run. Tell me a little bit about that moment.
It was scary. So I'm naturally an adventurous person, and so when someone called me and said, "Hey, man, I think there's a tornado behind the church," obviously I want to go out and look at it. So I go out and I take a look at it, and I'm excited at first. And it's like, oh, there's a tornado. You can see the debris flying. You can see the clouds forming and the tornado whipping. And then the noise gets louder and louder. And then I see the tornado almost like it pauses. And I'm like, oh, no, is it about to come right at me? And that's when my excitement slowly turns to fear. So I said, I should probably get out of here.
With that video, I mean, meteorologists always tell you to stay inside, man. But were you even aware that there was a tornado possibly coming to your area?
Yeah, there was a notification on my phone, and then I got a call from a friend of mine who was just leaving the church and said, "Hey, man, I think that it looks like there's a tornado outside. You should go outside and check it out." So I went outside just to look. So yeah, I was aware, but I was a little bit on the dangerous side today.
Well, that's what it looks like, man. I'm glad you're safe. That's most important.
Thank you.
Clearly, you went booking back to it. I wonder, have you ever seen something like this before, a tornado, like that?
No, I haven't. This is the first time. I've always wanted to see one, and I was able to see it today, and it was a lot of emotions, I would say. But unfortunately, when I ran back to the building, the power had gone out, so I wasn't able to get inside. So at that point, I was just kind of stuck outside with the tornado. So then I resort to the only thing I know is, God, please protect me.
You resorted to prayer.
Yeah.
What time was this when you were out there?
Oh man, I don't even recall the time.
It says about an hour ago, but that's when you posted it. I didn't know if it was around noon or anything like that. Or
it was a little sooner. I can actually give you a more accurate. Give me just one moment. I'll tell you. Yeah, I want to say it was about 12:30.
12:30. Okay.
Yeah, that's when the guy had called me and told me that there was a tornado outside.
Okay, yeah, and I see in your video there, it's moving stuff around there as well. Is there anything else you wanted to say just about this whole thing? You going back inside? Or?
I don't do what I did. Like, I would say go and get safety. It was very scary. It is exciting for those who are the adventurous type, but also it is when I saw it pause and it was coming in my direction, there was a completely different feeling that rushed over me. Like, okay, this is not something to play around with. So I would recommend safety for sure.
And then have you seen the damage elsewhere in Rocky Mount?
Yeah. So there's a couple other videos that I posted. I was able to go to the neighborhood behind the church, and you can see the path. And there was trees that have been ripped apart. There was one tree that was about 50 foot away from its original base. It was a pretty big tornado. And thankfully, all of the houses that I saw, all of the trees had missed the houses, and it looked like the tornado had missed the houses. But later, I went around to where I saw where the tornado's path was, and I think it did hit a pretty big company on one side of the building. So,
hey, Josh, real quick, first of all, have you interviewed with anybody else news-wise or anything like that?
I have not.
Okay, so we'll use your stuff. I like to say only on interview, so that's fine. And then two, are you cool if we use your videos that you have there? I mean, I think since you have this, you're documenting what happened there. I think people should know what it looks like there. And obviously you're safe, and we'll get your message out of being safe. But you're cool with that as long as you say Josh Brown, on there, you fine with that?
Yeah, is there like financial compensation that you guys do with that, or is that
so I'll be honest with you, with me, like I don't deal, I literally just do the interview and I try to get on it. air to, get this life-saving information to people. That's all I know on my end of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know who the people are to talk to, but I mean, I don't mind you using my stuff. That's okay if you want to share it and post it and use it to get the word out about the tornado. That'll be fine.
Okay, as long as you're okay with that. So WRAL will make sure we, we'll use that if you're giving us consent. So thank you very much for this interview. I'm glad you're safe, man. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Okay.
I appreciate you.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right. Bye bye.